Alright boys, so this base design is brought to you guys by Monsieur Alpha. I showed him my trap base I posted last week and he showed me this cool little trap. Just in case you guys are wondering, this trap base has already been tested on Rustopia and it works very well. So just like my last trap base, you want to make it look like someone new might have built this base? We're leaving it nice and small. Normally it would have been safe to hide your loot inside the bridge, but since I'm showing where the loot is located, I'd probably hide a small base nearby behind a rock. Alright, and then just to show you guys what's going on here. Alright, so let's take a look inside here. Alright, so now for the tour. So we can actually walk on the side right here without getting snapped. And I have the furnace sticking out right here on purpose. It's supposed to lure people, so they'll come up and check the furnace. But we got snap traps pretty much in every connecting foundation going in here. And then yeah, these two furnaces can be used. I probably wouldn't use this one though, just because that one's sticking out. We got a research table. You can really put whatever you want here. It's just what I had. And then this is just the airlock. So just to kind of show you how it works. See. If someone's camping the door, then they can't come in. There's no way around this. So like when you leave, you throw that down and then you come in and then you can put it back up. Going upstairs, you can also put whatever you want up here. Sleeping bag is more important on the upstairs just because on the airlock, it's a little easier for it to get destroyed if anyone goes deep. And these boxes here, just so it's easier to shoot people on your bridge, because like down here you can't really shoot them. It's a little, you can, it's a little harder though. I wouldn't put anything in these two boxes just because it's people can boost up and grab those. And then now to show you inside the bridge. That's what the snap traps look like. This ladder's up here just so you can place them. And you don't have to worry about getting snapped on them. See, I haven't been snapped on them yet, at least. Alright, so we got snap traps on every single doorway. We got a little loot box right here. I probably wouldn't put anything too important in this, just kind of for quick, easy loot. To be honest, I'd probably have a base close by. I wouldn't really use this as your main base. And it's the same thing right there. That's pretty much it. It's a pretty simple base, pretty easy, simple idea. We got two cupboards, one right here, then one over here. If a raider were to take over one, they wouldn't have full access to the base because we got two that are overlapping. Whichever one was placed first would take priority over the other one. So. All right, so first, before you build the base, you're gonna need to build the cupboard. So place a cupboard to claim your area, to claim your river. If you wanna build yourself a twig bridge just to see where your coverage needs to be with the cupboards, then that could be pretty helpful. All right, so once you get your two cupboards down, then it'll be safe to build your bridge base. And here's just a little pro tip. If you're a solo player, most of the time it is better just to block off your cupboards. And if you guys didn't know, cupboards do decay if a door isn't opened that has the same building ID. So what you can do is you can actually place a foundation with a doorway and a door, and then simply open it and close it. Make sure you do this every day and this will prevent your cupboard from decaying. All right, so first you need to find a river like this one. Make sure you don't build next to anything that players can simply just walk over instead of your bridge. You want to force players to look at the water and make a decision if they want to swim or walk over your bridge. Place your foundations nice and low. Use stairs to change the elevation on your foundations. And this gives it the effect that it's foundations all the way across. Alright, before you upgrade this one, place a wall here. And the reason you do this is because foundations can be easily picked from the top. So if you upgrade, you can still place the wall, but you can't upgrade it. Or at least I haven't been able to. All right, make sure this doorway is facing this direction, and you'll see why here shortly. Make sure all these walls are facing out so it looks like it's a foundation, not an open cubby. Make sure all your doorways are facing this direction. Very important. All right, next, go outside of the bridge and place your ladder like so. You want to make sure the top of the ladder won't stick out the top, so make sure you place it nice and low. All right, next up, we're going to hide some loot here. So you can place a door. Go ahead and open the door, and then you can place a large box on top. You need to be careful doing this because closing the door can potentially break the box. And I'll show you a solution to that here in just one sec. We can put another box here too. And like I said before, I probably wouldn't put anything too important because keep in mind other people will see this video and know where the boxes are located. So you can temporarily store things in here, but make sure you don't put anything too important in these boxes. All right, so notice I'm placing a key lock here, and I'm just going to throw away the key. These doors should always be open, and they're just here to hold the chest, so you don't need to open or close these. All right, and we're gonna put a sheet metal door here just to keep people out for now. And now we're gonna place some more ladders here. These are gonna need to be in every single wall, or just about. All right, so use the ladder to get yourself out of the water and simply place these traps like so. And let's check if these work. And it looks like we're good. Repeat this process on all the rest of the floors. All right, so now we have the bridge built. Now we're just going to build our 1x1 that we're going to make it look like we're living out of. Make sure your ladder hatch is facing this way. It's way easier to navigate. And for the last bear traps. You can add an airlock here. It's not mandatory, but just an option. Now for our little 1x1. And actually these ladder hatch holders, you want to make sure they're metal. It makes it way easier to place items on the ladder hatch. You'll see here in a sec. All right, just like the bottom one, you want to make sure your ladder hatch is facing the same direction, and we're going to use this as an airlock. I'll show you guys how in a little bit. So window for easy picking. All right, let's place our bag up here. We're placing our bag up here because we don't want any potential attackers to get into our airlock and easily break our bag. It would be a very smart idea to also have a few bags on the outside, just in case an attacker does happen to get inside of your base and break your bag. Then you can easily spawn on the outside, or you could even spawn on the outside and lock them in if they're inside. You don't have to worry about anyone flamethrowing your boxes in here. Alpha and I tested this, and flamethrowers do not go through window bars. All right, you can really put whatever you want in here on the first floor. Just don't put anything too important because keep in mind, it is semi-easy for raiders to get inside of this area. It doesn't really matter if anyone gets access to our research table, so that's why I picked this to go here. And then we're gonna need a fireplace because it's very cold in the water at night. And next we're gonna place some furnaces as a lure. And that's about it. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Thank you so much if you made it to the end. If you guys could hit that like button, I'd truly appreciate it. If you guys want to stay up to date with any new content I post, make sure you guys subscribe. I post weekly basis, normally Tuesdays or Wednesdays, and I also do other gameplay videos and whatnot. So thanks so much for watching. This is Casey Mo, and you guys are watching Casey Mo TV.
The space.
Yeah.
Okay. When Joe. So what do you want to do?
Yeah, just tell me like how you might rate it.
It looks 8. Like if I saw this base, I just.
What's wrong, dude?
What the fuck?
What's wrong?
No.
What's the matter, man? What's the problem?